Hi, it's Melissa with my Membership Minute on Monday, May the 2nd, 2016. Well, I am always listening to what you want, and this week I have a real treat for you. Over the last few years, I've been mulling over the idea of what in my head I call a weekend warrior style class, and I brought up the idea to you guys a few weeks ago, and in a discussion on today's practice thread, you liked the idea. And then the other thing that I've been hearing a lot from you and we've been talking over as a community is restorative classes, and also a resurgence in our interest as a community in classes around gods and goddesses. So I feel like I have something for you today that delivers on all of these fronts. So in our long video section, I'm going to show you. You go to the long videos, so you scroll down, press daily practice postures and pranayams to long videos, and click here on the gods and goddess yoga classes. And here we have a Surrender with Sita, a 2-hour long restorative yoga class. So we filmed this in the most gorgeous location in Beacon Hill Park. You can see here amongst all these beautiful purple flowers. And I think you're going to really love this class. I enjoyed making it for you. It has the beautiful goddess energy Sita with it. It has, I read poetry to you throughout it. I hear again and again from all of you from Namaste Yoga that that's one of the things you love, is when I read poetry to you at the end. This comes throughout the class. Now, the first time through this class, I think you're going to find it's a lot, but I imagine that this is a class like the Waning to the Dark Moon class that you're going to do again and again and again. So I've made it for you that way, so that when you come to it, there's always going to be something for you in it. So enjoy it. I hope you love it as much as I loved making it for you. And I'm looking forward to doing it too as well. Okay, so from there, I took this theme of surrendering with Sita, and I brought it to you for our meetup this past weekend, and it was incredible. The energy from it, we all felt like we were in an altered state of consciousness. If you weren't able to be at the meetup, thank you to all of you that came. I know those who came would say, be sure to listen to the recording, because it was quite incredible. We did 3 separate things. We did a Shakti pranayam where we connected with the prana through a breath practice of the goddess Sita. Then we did a guided meditation where you went and you visualized manifesting with the goddess Sita. And then finally there was this guided visualization where you imagine what it was like to be witnessed and adored by the goddess. And I just heard from so many of you how it was just so incredibly powerful for you. So do listen to those if you have any interest in the gods and goddess classes, because it takes that a little bit further. In the weekly challenge this week, I brought forward one of those meditations that we did, the guided visualization meditation. So you could find it there as well. So you go to the weekly challenge and click here on planting seeds for Beltane. Beltane is a celebration of spring and the abundance of the season. A lot of people have really been getting into this already. Lots of comments. I can see people enjoying it. And so this week we are focusing on the abundance of the season. We're focusing on that idea of planting seeds and manifestation and connecting with the energy of spring. And so there are a lot of classes around intention setting, but also getting into that energy of the abundance and energy of spring. So it's a great week. I love this Kriya for strengthening the aura. There's a lot of very energetic classes that focus around prana. So there's that pranayam class there to bring in that energy through breath practice. And then I've included the Surrendering with Sita 2-hour restorative for the weekend. We decided amongst the leaders to collaborate on this theme of Beltane, and so Ivy has done an earth blessing ritual for you in the devotional section. So if you go to the daily section here, you can check her devotional offerings and requests and go to her videos. There's a lot happening this week, so I apologize, this video is going to be a little long. And click here to celebration ritual for the earth, and you can see that there's a lot of similar things happening between the weekly challenge and what Ivy's offering this week. So Ivy and I collaborated this week as well. You'll find in the daily practice section on Wednesday, you'll see that Michelle will be joining in with us with this theme of Beltane and the celebration of spring and the abundance of the earth at this time of year, with the Moonstruck section as well. So if you check back into the Moonstruck section on Wednesday, you'll see that Michelle will be joining in on this theme as well. Another thing along this line of the theme around the earth and connecting with the earth energy at this time of year, if you take a look in our study and reading section, which is down past all the videos, study and reading groups, in our book club section, Alice just posted the review of chapter 5 of our book club right now, which is Sally Kempton's Meditation for the Love of It. And she's also doing this real connecting with nature and how that allows us to feel this interconnection with all things, which really lines up with what we're doing with the Beltane theme over the next couple of weeks. In fact, I'll be using this meditation next week in my weekly challenge as well. This was a video that I used this week, so we've got a lot of overlap between the sections, which is what we like to do to create that cohesiveness across our community. So thanks for this, Alice. It works really well with what's happening in our community. And finally, one last thing to share with you. One of the ways that the inspiration came about for the 2-hour-long restorative yoga class was through a Just Like Me interview. So recently I had the privilege of interviewing Jessica Alcorso. She's one of the leaders in our community. She leads the Loving Kindness meditation section. And Jessica has a love of restorative yoga. So in that section, in that interview, I got talking to her about restorative yoga. Jessica talks about how restorative yoga helped her recover from burnout, and among other things. And Jessica was one of my first students. She actually studied with me in person at University of Toronto. So it's a great interview. We talked for a long time, and I think you'll really enjoy it. So thank you so much for being with us. Your presence here is very much appreciated, and I look forward to a wonderful week with you. Let me know how you enjoy the 2-hour-long class, the Weekend Warrior class. Namaste.